And certainly over the last 10 years he has made an incredible impact on, I think, a lot of us here, and also certainly on my business. And I've been lucky to
Excuse me, is this some sort of setup you have? We go in there, we wreck our bodies and come to you.
It's a revolving door. Yeah, we do have a revolving door. He never wants to rehab someone fully, and I never want to, treat someone fully. We just our accountants love it. But I've been lucky to know Hugh both in a professional as well as a social environment, and certainly professionally, he's, we've been lucky to be both involved in the Academy of Sport. And when you look at his CV and you look at sort of the athletes that he's dealt with, and the likes of Irene and Gareth and Jess and Darren and other physical people like that. But it's not often that you can go into a gym and you see the amount of medals won at Commonwealth Games and things, and I think Hugh's had a huge part, and you've talked to Irene or Gareth, that he's had a huge part in their whole athletic career, and hopefully we'll keep on going with those two at the next games and things. But when I'm in an environment amongst others, Hugh and I went up to Waiheke Island with New Zealand Swimming, and he stands alone, I think, in terms of his intuitive nature, his ability to empower people to train, get people out there. Certainly when I'm called at some ungodly hour of the night and saying, right, picking you up at mountain biking at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's one way to get me up out of bed. And he's had this ability, I think, for a lot of us to get us moving, get us fitter, stronger. And I put a lot down to how Hugh has managed people over the last few years. And certainly socially, when I look at the mountain biking, he's got me into mountain biking. I absolutely love it. I'm, sporting the odd bruise, the odd cracked rib. Massive amount of expense, and Andrew has sort of come out with the mountain biking ability, but it's amazing, he comes across as a pretty slick guy, got his weights room car, always dresses well, but his bikes are absolutely filthy. And Andrew will be a testament of that. We were up in Rotorua a few months ago, and we were going down one track, and all I could hear was the squeaking and cracking of the bike. And I was thinking, geez, we're up here for another 24 hours. His bike's not going to survive this. And we shot off 4 o'clock into Rotorua into a bike shop, and Hugh was bearing the words that there's going to be a couple of $1,000 to repair this bike. And the guy looked at it and said, actually, I think I've got this thing that may help. And he came out and basically washed the bike down, and it just sounded. And over the years, we've sort of seen Hugh with his other side of things in terms of his family, married Mel, and had 2 gorgeous kids, and we can see his photos of the kids and how much he loves those kids, and his photography has taken off. So it's going to be disappointing to see you go, Hugh. Hopefully, like Ma'a Nonu, you'll come back at some stage for business. And all the best for your ventures up in Auckland. It's been a pleasure and an honour to work with you closely, and I'm sure that we will still see plenty of you down here, and that you won't turn into a Jaffa and start lycra wearing and that sort of stuff. So I do have a wee gift for you, Hugh. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
And all the best for your future.
You'd think this was a bottle of wine, but it's actually bike cleaner.
Before you say anything, Maureen? A few of us were talking in the gym a couple of days ago, and we thought we would give you a little kit to survive Auckland, to make it become a real Aucklander. They're crease, but never mind, got to have some laughs. Here we are, this mask will protect you from the stench of the Auckland pollution. Every Aucklander needs a boat. Especially when it's like bright lights in Auckland, so you know you need your glasses. I like
Yeah.
and here we go. What's Chris written in here? Gym gear may not be appropriate for the cafes, but this might be. You have to get Jaffers, the soon-to-be Jaffa.
Thank you.
And everything in Auckland is, of course, bigger. Coffee cart for the multitude of lattes that you need.
Nice.
And we know that you're going to be a stay-at-home. Temporary stay-at-home Aucklander, so you need an apron to protect your designer clothes when you're doing the housework. Right. And a tea towel to wipe away the tears when you remember your clients and friends from the weights room at Silver Street.
It's a card from most of members. And most of the people that are here, I think, have signed it.
Thank you very much.
Those that haven't came tonight, I hope.
Yep.
James signed. If you haven't had a chance to sign it.
I'm going to get all emotional now.
I'm going.
Where do I start? It's been an amazing journey, and thank you all for coming tonight. Obviously, this was about a quiz, not about me, but
It's always about you.
yeah. I just want to say a few thank yous actually. To start with, I really want to thank Scotty, and I think everyone should thank Scotty, because without Scotty, I don't think we could continue the gym. One of the problems I had when Mel decided she wanted to move us to Auckland was to find somebody who was suitable, who's technically good enough, but also from a people person point of view, able to deal with you lot. No, someone had a really good personality as well as the technical skills to be able to take over the gym. And when I told a friend of mine that we were moving to Auckland, he said to me straight away, "Hey, have you thought about Scotty?" And as soon as he said that, I thought Scotty is the perfect fit for the gym, because he's got such a great personality. He's good with a big range of people, and he's also got the technical skills. So I think thanks to Scotty for taking over. I think without him, it would have been a very hard thing to keep going, and I might have had to be taking my gym gear to Auckland. So thanks very much, Scotty. Good luck. And to Greg and Doug, you guys have made it really, really easy for me to run a business. It's been fantastic. It's been such a good 10 years. You guys have been really supportive, made it really easy, been really supportive, always been there when I needed a hand and that sort of thing. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate your time and effort. And the physios, especially Nikki and new physios and Ben and Gina and others who have left in the past, and Matt and those guys. Thanks very much for your ongoing support. It's been really good, and it's all been the good thing about the gym. It's been a team thing. Like it hasn't been me working by myself. It's always been with the physios and working with everyone in the community. So it's been really cool. Other and really important person to thank is Rick, who's kind of pseudo Jenny. And there's not very many people in this world who, when their wife goes, "I can't go to work today," the husband turns around and goes, "Oh, okay, I'll go." And there's been a couple of times where on a Saturday morning, and I've actually not found out until later that Rick's actually done the Saturday shift for Jenny because she wasn't able to go. And I found out a couple of days later, and it's like, that's full credit to Rick for that. It's been fantastic. And to all the members, especially the likes of Lloyd, who's been there for longer than I have, and a lot of the other people in the gym have been here for years and years and years. I really appreciate it. It's more than just gym memberships and gym stuff now. It's all friends and that sort of thing. So I like to think that I'm not really leaving. I'm just moving, and I'll be back and say hello and catch up with you all. But most importantly, I like to thank Jenny, because Jenny's been fantastic. She's always been there. She started the gym very early on and started as a rehab client, and then she went off and did her study down at Otago, and she basically runs the place. So keeps me on the straight and narrow and lets me know when I'm slipping out of line and that sort of thing. So she's been fantastic and a very, very valuable person to the place, and I'll miss you very much.